But, since we're on this subject matter, because, I have been taking a lot of heat, I've been taking a lot of heat not only from people of the left, but people that are so-called conservative. And I'm going to go ahead and give a little speech that I wrote about the conservatives, because I have a lot of conservative people that don't come into this chat room, that just listen to me via another source. And I thank them for faithfully listening. I thank them for continuing the conservative fight. I thank them for all that. So here we go. Go something like this. And then this is to all the conservatives, the true conservatives out there. My fellow conservatives worldwide, we are witnessing the systematic dismantling of the conservative movement before our very eyes. The conservative label has been hijacked by those who are in direct contradiction of what the movement was intended. These same individuals who've hijacked the conservative label have redefined the principles, changed the direction, and crippled the foundation of our very movement. These same Trojan horses have utilized the methods of agitation ranging from the spread of logical fallacies to reverse psychology with one goal in mind: social liberalism. We as true conservatives must organize ourselves to combat this infiltration of our movement. We must not let ourselves be induced into acceptance through the propaganda that these Trojan horses utilize. We, as true conservatives, must understand that there are hidden forces who disguise themselves as fellow conservatives, which are trying to turn us against one another. And much to my disdain, they have been successful at doing just that. The conservative movement is not political, but rather a social value system that personifies integrity, liberty, and family. And these Trojan horses that claim to be conservative have correlated the conservative label with political rhetoric. To call yourself a conservative, you must faithfully believe in the following. Conservatives believe that there is a God regardless of your religious beliefs. Conservatives believe that marriage is the most sacred of all traditions between a man and a woman. And such liberal concepts such as divorce, adultery, and open sexual perversion cannot and should not be tolerated as a social norm in any society. Conservatives believe that the family is the foundation of every society and that broken families are a social ill that should not be accepted as the social norm. Conservatives believe that all men should pledge an unconditional oath to their families and country. Conservatives believe that females should be respected and loved based on their character and loyalty, not based on their sexuality or social exploitation of their gender. Conservatives believe that abortion is the purest form of murder and should not be tolerated, period. Conservatives believe that females and males who have multiple children from multiple different partners is a social ill and should not be tolerated as the social norm. Conservatives believe that children should be raised in a two-parent home and should be shielded from predators and propaganda that will corrupt their developing minds. The youth is our precious resource for perpetuating conservative values, and they should be commended and embraced whenever faithfully following this value system. Conservatives believe that we must abide by the laws of the land unless the laws infringe or suppress our value system. Conservatives believe in racial equality. Conservatives believe that remember this, conservatives believe that open homosexuality and lesbianism should not be tolerated as the social norm in any society. These are the core principles to being a true conservative, and anyone who doesn't faithfully coincide with every one of these principles are not a conservative. We as the true conservatives must take direct action against those who use the conservative label to masquerade their true hidden agenda. These Trojan horses all must be exposed for who they are and what their true agenda is. We as the true conservative movement must demand that those who utilize the conservative label and don't abide by our principles must completely stop using the word conservative to describe themselves. The true conservatives of the world must stand up against those who are corrupting the message and changing our principles. All those who wish to join us just have to abide by our principles to be one of us. And together, we conservatives can heal the social damage caused by those who've made the social ills the social norm. I thank all those true conservative patriots who still believe in these principles, and I despise those Trojan horses who are attempting to cripple our foundation. Long live the American family and the world family, and long live the conservative movement.